So yesterday we have just seen the empty frame, how to create an empty frames. So this is sample code for the frames. So basically we are using JFrame class to achieve all the frame properties. So the basic properties are setting size, layout, null, and the set titles and set visible true. If you write just 3-4 line of code, so you'll get an empty frames. See this. And now also we have after creating an empty frames, we need to add widgets like button, text field, and labels. So after that, we have seen this example also. Like we have taken the buttons. You can take a number of buttons and just initialize that buttons. And this method is very important here that called set bounds. So the set bounds method have a four property. First one is an x, y, this is width, and this is height. Okay. So the as per the number of buttons and widgets it get increased, accordingly you have to calculate the task and accordingly assign that particular widgets on that screen. So add method is used to add the components of widgets that we have used. Number of button you can use, but see all the position must be different positions. If I run these applications, we'll come to know that we have taken the two buttons and have given you the task to add a button here and in centers. Okay. So if you try to do the same task, so you can just repeat the things. So already I've taken the button 3. I'll just copy this button 3. I'll go here. I'll create the object of button 3. Now this is also 3. Add third button as well. But this button I want to create at the bottoms, right hand bottom. So THREE. So I just need to increase my Y. I'll keep X as it is because below this I want to add is not joining today, not a problems. Okay. So we'll take below and we have to increase Y itself. So I'll make it as a Y as a 370. Okay. Now we check this frame, so you'll come to know. So 3 is exactly added here. Now I want the 4. So for the 4, we have to keep X also this much and Y also that same. Okay. We already calculated fourth one, fourth one, and this is also the fourth. So let me give the name as a 4 FOUR4. And then now we have to increase the Y as well as X as well. 370. Okay. If we now check this, you'll come to know that properly things are get added. 1, 2, 3, and the 4. And one thing is pending, that is how to add its center positions. Okay. For calculating the center positions, we have to just make a basic judgment. Our frame total size is around 500, right? So if the frame size is 500, then the middle position is 250, right? But 250 around there is we are taken the width as 100. So we have to add 50 before 250, 50 after 250. Means we have to take a 200 and 200 and plus this 100 become a 500. Got it? Exactly the center positions because width also occupy the space. No, 500 plus 100 it become a 600. So instead of making a 600, we'll keep the 500. But at that position, your X also be a 200 and the Y also be a 200 and this width is already 100, so it will be work properly. So let me give as a 5 as a button. 5. Perfect. So this is the first thing that we have to understand, like how to adjust these buttons in the different locations. Okay? If I now told you to add here, or here, so you can add that also, because you have to just adjust now the size of x and y. Remaining will be same. Okay. So if you want this here, so you can just make it as x as a 0. Okay. Let me add that also. So we'll give the name of left, right, top, down. So you need to create, suppose, left, right, top, and the bottoms, BT. So these are the size only matters. I want the left side and the center. So I'll use L, L, and this is L. Only I'll make it as an X as a 10. LEFT, left. Just run it. This is a left. If you want to make it as a right, so this is R, this is R, and this is R. I will just increase X. Okay, now, yeah, just increase the X by what? 370, because we already have that proper calculations. So we'll keep it as a 370. See, I'll just name it as a right. 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 RIG. Right. Fine. Now if I add here, so I just need to, what we have to do, decrease the size of Y once, and then later on increase the size of Y. Okay. So the what are the center things we have, and if I want to add at the top positions, so for top we have taken the variable as a t, and here is also t. I'll make it as a top. So this is a center position, and I want a top position. So what we'll do, we'll just increase the size of x as a 200, and we'll keep y as a 100. See now. Ooh, what thing is get disturbed? What? Top, left. Okay, let me, something is get missed. Right one, we had a right position, left positions. What we have done? So, okay, we added a left and right. Check that first, left and right. And just remove this. Now one more time, run as okay. We have this left, right. Now we have to add just top and the bottoms. Okay. So for that, I'm copying this and just I'm making a top T. This is T and this is also a T. So if I want to top, then I will make Y X as a 200, Y as a just a 10, and remaining thing will be a same. And just makes it as a top. So let's check. Perfect. And now the same thing I want to add as a bottoms. So I'll take it as a BT. You can add anytime, anywhere, not a problem. So bottom, bottoms. So I just need to increase now y also. That is, we know that is 370 and give the name as a bottoms. Now I can check. So at the every individual position we added data. Once you understood like how to adjust the positioning and how to add a data, so you can design any frames. So this is the best practice to do the how to adjust the buttons and positions. Okay. Now next target is to be a design a simple frame. So let me draw it first roughly. Like now what we have to do, I just wanted to create a kind of frames like this. Where should I have one input like this? Okay. Before that, I want to give some label name. And then after that, I want to add one button here. Okay. So like this, I want to create. So now in that thing, the first one that we have, that is a frame. And after that, we have a label, label. And after that, we have edit text or JTextField. And we know this is a J button. This is also the J. J stand for Java, not different. JLabel, JButtons, JTextField. So these three things we have to use. We just need to create an object and adjust as per the setBounds method. So let me take a fresh frame here. So we know how to create a frame now. So let's go for this. I'll just right click, new class. The we'll add text field and txtfld lbl. This is the main class. Perfect. Okay. We know the empty frame property, so I'll copy the property as same as it is. Not going to waste the times because it's every time remains the same. Okay. Just change the constructor names and that's all. These all methods are not active now because it's all methods are available in the JFrame. So just extend extends extends JFrames. Perfect. So now this is the empty frames. So we need a three things. First one, JLabel. Okay, I will take it as a LB. We need a J button. I'll take as a BT N maybe. And then we need a J text field. J text text field for inputs. J. Now we have to initialize all the things. At very first I want to take as a label, so I will initialize this label. How we are initializing that LB is equal to new JLabel, and what we have to pass here, the label name. For example, enter your name. Perfect. But this label must be set at somewhere, and we already taken the frame size as 3B. So I'll add his method as a set bounds method. So I will want to add at the center. The center will be here. Suppose I give the width as 100 and height as a 30. So 350 minus remaining is a 250, and the center for 250 is a 125. So let me add here 150 1. So comma now y will be suppose as a 10 only, 100 and this. And let use the add method to add label. Add LB. Perfect. Now let's check where the label is get added. If it is okay, or we need to adjust the positions. Is there any issue? No. Just right click it. Run as Java. Okay, we are not calling the constructor here. We need to call the constructor also and below. New this. Now you can run. So we have a label. Okay, so that is not exactly the center. We can remove as like 125 is a perfect positions. 125. Let's check now. Right? Now exactly below we want to add a text field as well. So for the text field, we can take entire thing as it is. I'll just go here. So instead of now J button, I will take it as a J text field. Remaining all things will be same. Maybe there is a width we need to pass. Suppose width is equal to 100. Yeah, and again we need to change the type as well. That is JT, 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 JT. Width is not compulsory, so let me remove this. So default will be it is a default width will be get added. But now I want the X position will be same. Only I need to increase the Y positions. 10 plus 30 will be the 40. So let me add here as a 50. So let's check now where that is get added is entirely properly. It's below, right? So JTextField is used for taking the inputs things. So we can take the input like this. Now after that, I want to add one button here. So for adding buttons, input output. So button again there is same position I need to take. So instead of just their text field, take a button and you can give the name as save or add. Object is btn. Here is also object is btn. And just increase the y size. 50 plus 30 is the 80 and 80 plus 20 will be 100. Okay, now if we check this frame, we have proper things. So you can decrease the size as well, like it make it as a 250. See. So these are very interesting if you are keep on creating GUI properly. So it will look pretty cool. We initially we need to take work on the UI designings. Once we start working on UI, then we can keep on modifying these things. So these are the very three important fields regularly best use. One is the input, second is the buttons, and third is the labels. So once we understand the making a design things, then later on we can go for adding a functionalities. Okay. So there are many properties are there. So let me, if I check, is there any background position is also there. This is called a background, not directly background is there. Is there any color kind of thing is there? Not a colors. Okay. But for the button, there is a property called btn dot set. You can say that background colors. So let me add a background color as a blue, blue. Is that things? Okay, it's not a possible, but there may be some property there. Is there anything called a color? Yeah, there is a color dot. You can select the color the way you want it. So black, blue is there. Like a blue. Now if I run these programs, the button color will be changed as a blue one. Okay. And even there is a text field also. We can have a color called lb dot color. Okay, there is not. You added a background color only, no? Entire frame color you want, right? Yeah, for that we need to set the panel, and that panel color should be get changed. Okay. We are not adding a panel till it. So once we add the panels, we can change the panel colors directly. Okay, that is possible. But we are not seeing anything up to now. Okay, like if I try to add directly a background colors, so we are not finding anything the background. Okay, so there is not directly function is available. But if we keep the panels, so can we divide a screen with the panel colors accordingly? Okay. So for the label, I'm finding the color is then any color, like there is a set borders is there, backgrounds is there. Is there any color? There is no color. Okay, fine. So button color is there. And also we added a background color is this, but there is any text color possible. So let's check color color. Okay, not there. Or btn dot color kind of thing. Okay, not there, not a problem. So we are just checking. There are many things are available. If I see the property and if I show you the my complete frames, you'll come to know. So there are many things are available. Step by step, we are going to study that also, but not necessary now. We'll once you add the positioning and how to make a, we understand how to make a screen and all that thing, and then we go for the finalized screen like this. Okay. See, here is a background color is given, but background color is not directly given. So background color is given the based on the inputs or based on the panel. Okay. So that panel color will be get added. Say this is a panel, and the panel having a set of background colors. That particular panel is the second panel is this. So like this. Okay. Buttons. Okay, no problem. So now your job is to be firstly the yesterday task you already done just because of battery problem you are not done it. So now you have to create the frame of like this. Okay, but create a frame of accepting details your name, address, email, phone number, and all that things. 4 5 field you have to text. Label, text field, label, text field, and one simple buttons. Okay, name, address, email, phone number, a contact detail you can store. Okay. So now this is the things that we have to do and we have done it. I will share you these programs and he is also not there today. So we'll take extra topic on tomorrow, not today.